Liverpool are pushing for the Real Madrid star. Liverpool's ambitious bid for Brazilian striker Rodrygo has been rejected by Real Madrid, according to reports from Spain. Spanish sources report that Liverpool offered £100 million for the 23-year-old, but this offer was rejected by the Spanish giants, who were looking for a bid of around £127 million. Following the arrival of Kylian Mbappe and Endrick, two attacking players who could replace Rodrygo, the European champions are reportedly willing to offload the Brazilian if their valuation is met. The situation with the Brazilian striker has changed following controversial comments he made ahead of the UEFA Champions League final, in which he said he might consider leaving if his role at the club diminished. These statements did not go down well with the Real Madrid management, especially as they were made at a critical time of the season. By then, Rodrygo had been a very important player for Real Madrid, contributing significantly to their La Liga and UEFA Champions League success with 17 goals and 9 assists in 51 appearances in the 2023-2024 season. Nevertheless, competition for starting positions is heating up, and Rodrygo could soon find himself surplus to requirements at the Bernabeu. This is not the first time Liverpool have been linked with Rodrygo. In fact, the Reds' interest in him goes back a few years. Former Manchester City player Elano, who managed Rodrygo at Santos, revealed that Liverpool showed great interest in the young talent in the early years of his career. However, Real Madrid's offer was more attractive at the time, prompting a move to the Spanish capital in June 2019. Liverpool believe the time has finally come for the Brazilian to move to the Premier League. They are looking to secure his services to strengthen their attacking options, especially with the uncertainty surrounding the long-term futures of Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz. Liverpool are preparing a bid for the £101M rated player who is set to star at Euro 2024. With the transfer window set to open on Friday, Liverpool have been on a flurry of moves so far. The Reds often prefer to get their business done early. For example, Alexis Mac Allister was signed on the 8th of June last year. But it makes sense for Liverpool to wait a little while Arne Slot settles into life at the club. They're still trying to understand how Slot sees the Liverpool squad. As well as the logistical problems of having a new head coach, there are also 2 summer internationals. A change of club is in the back of many players' minds. Despite all this, the FSG are preparing to make a big move for a player who could shine a light on Euro 2024. Liverpool still haven't solved their biggest problem of last summer, the need to find a long-term solution to their defensive midfield. The Reds have of course brought in Wataru Endo, who has been a very good signing overall. But as the huge bid to bring Moises Caicedo to Anfield shows, there is a lot of money in the bank for a player. And that's exactly what Liverpool are about to do again, according to Portuguese sources. Throughout the season, there has been talk of the Reds making a move for Benfica midfielder João Neves. Neves was even mentioned recently by Diogo Jota. Liverpool scouts are said to have been watching Neves' performances at Benfica, and it is claimed that the Reds are now ready to make a move. It is reported that an offer will arrive at Anfield in the coming days. Liverpool are said to have identified Neves as a priority target for the summer and will soon make an offer to convince both Benfica and the 19-year-old. However, it won't be easy. Benfica have made it clear that they will accept nothing less than Neves' £101 million release clause. In addition to Neves, Liverpool are also reportedly interested in signing Antonio Silva from the Portuguese giants. The Reds are reportedly prioritizing both midfield and defense this summer, therefore both names are candidates to wear the red jersey. However, the Reds are not alone in this transfer race. Manchester United are also interested in Neves, with Manchester City's Bernardo Silva openly talking about bringing the Portuguese to the Etihad. "If I can, I will pull the strings for João Neves to go to Manchester City," Silva said. In all seriousness, Neves looks like he's going to be a superstar. Maybe he's the one Liverpool have been waiting for. Liverpool star sacked by Arne Slot insists he will prove him wrong as his transfer becomes official. Liverpool stopper Calvin Ramsay has vowed to show Arne Slot that he is more than capable of making a career at Anfield and prove Jürgen Klopp was right to sign him once he officially finalizes the paperwork for his transfer from the club. The Reds paid an initial fee of £4.2 million to Scottish Premiership side Aberdeen for Ramsay in June 2022. Unfortunately, things didn't work out at Anfield for the young Scot, who was tipped as the perfect replacement and potential successor to Trent Alexander-Arnold in a move that could have seen the Liverpool star play in a more advanced role. Indeed, the 20-year-old made just 2 appearances in his first season at Anfield, which was cut short by knee surgery in February 2023. Since then, he has spent time away from the club on loan. He was first loaned to Championship side Preston, but injuries once again hampered his progress, and it wasn't until November that he made his debut for North End. After just 2 appearances, his season ended and he moved to the other end of Lancashire, this time to Bolton, but despite reaching the League One playoff final, Ramsay made just 4 appearances. Having made just 8 appearances in the 2 seasons since joining the Reds, Ramsay's departure from Liverpool comes as no surprise, and the young right back has signed for another Lanc side, joining League One outfit Wigan for the 2024-2025 season. Liverpool could look to add to their centre-back ranks during Ramsay's loan spell, with the player capable of challenging for a first-team place. Meanwhile, the paperwork for Ramsay's transfer has been completed, and the season-long loan deal will be formalized when the transfer window officially opens later this week. The move is the first official transfer activity by the Reds since Slott's appointment as manager. Ramsay, who was persuaded to make a temporary move by Laddick's boss Sean Maloney, wants to make up for lost time and prove to Slott that he is worthy of a long-term future on Merseyside. Ramsay wants to show that Slott was wrong to show him the door and is focusing on the positives of the move and wants to show Laddick's boss Sean Maloney, a Scot, his worth. I don't know what happened, I'm just hungry to keep going and show everyone what I can do, and I'll probably prove a few people wrong who said a few things or doubted me, Ramsay said. Ramsay insists his hunger is burning brightly after seeing his early years on Merseyside ravaged by injuries, and he is determined to have a good season and prove why Liverpool spent so much money to bring him over from Scotland. Liverpool have decided they definitely don't want to sell their exceptional player this summer after the interest he has attracted. The Dutch Slot is currently settling into life on Merseyside, but is keen to strengthen his squad ahead of the new season. Key to that will be a successful transfer window, and there will be huge pressure on him to get things right this summer. Strengthening positions with new faces is of course important, but retaining key players will be equally important. One of those players is Joe Gomez. The defender is currently on international duty with England after a senior season with his club. According to sources, Gomez is currently wanted by German giants Bayern Munich, and their new manager Vincent Kompany admires his versatility. However, Liverpool have decided not to sell Gomez, who they value as an extremely important player, sources said. This view of the Merseyside authorities is shared by Slott, who will appreciate what Gomez brings to the team. Such versatility is a very welcome trait, meaning Slott knows he can rely on Gomez to play in the center or at full back when needed. The 27-year-old is now more mature and experienced than when he arrived at the club. It is unclear what role he will play for England at Euro 2024, but the overall experience under Gareth Southgate will undoubtedly improve his game.